Hi Sagittarius, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are doing the monthly reading, okay? So looking forward to January 2024, see what the new year brings for you. I hope everyone's had a really great Christmas. Make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to leave me comments and let me know if it resonated for you or if you've had to check another placement and what placements you've been checking, those sorts of things. I do really appreciate all the support, guys. It does mean a lot being such a small channel. Every little bit helps. Okay, so but this week I do have the Spiritual Junkie Affirmation deck. I will be splitting January into start, middle, and end. So we're going to use an overview from the 7th seal lenormand, and then I will be clarifying those with the Blackbird lenormand. Okay. I also have the Romantic Fairy Love Oracle, so we can get some love cards as well. All right, so getting into it for you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what's going on for Sagittarius? January 2024. Hang on. Shuffle one more time. Sagittarius, January 2024. Let me be still today and listen to the truth in silence. Okay, so really taking some time to stop, be still and calm, and accept the truth. I am feeling for some of you, you may want to watch the shadow work video we've just uploaded the other day for the full moon. I was a little bit, I feel like I did rouse on Sagittarius a little bit, so I'm sorry in advance, but there may have been some truth in there for you to help you with your ascension and your self-growth and self-improvement, that sort of stuff. I'm just feeling drawn to let you know about that, Sagittarius. I do feel some of you on that journey of self-growth and self-awareness may want to watch that video, because there was some sort of deeper sort of messages coming through for you, Sagittarius. Others of you, this is all about taking the time to, do things like meditation and just sit and relax and finding answers in nothingness, finding answers in silence. Something about silence being necessary, getting away from the noise, not allowing yourself to be overwhelmed with so much going on. Finding a small moment in time to really be still and just silent. All right. But we'll have a look for you for January. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know about January 2024? Start, middle, and end of January 2024 for Sagittarius. Leo had some similar energy, Saggy. So if you do have strong Leo placements, you may also want to check the Leo video. But starting you off for January, we do have the Scythe energy. Big changes headed your way. Okay, Sagittarius. For the Scythe energy, it can be talking about sort of breaking free from whatever energy you've found yourself in during, 2024. 2023, could be talking about breaking free from that sort of, more negative energy, and then, starting the new year, new you kind of energy. Because the Scythe can talk about breaking free from, cutting that past behavior out, and moving forward into a lot of, big changes happening for you. Sudden unexpected changes, things sort of happening out of nowhere. You may have some things changing for you at the start of January that you weren't sort of expecting that to change, and all of a sudden, bang, here it is. but I will grab some clarity for us on that one. Clarify the scythe energy for Sagittarius, the start of January, please. All right, I'm already getting some double up messages here. Okay, so firstly we have the tree, Sagittarius. So self-growth, self-care, self-improvement, definitely coming through strong for you. So that you may be sort of noticing too that you have made some big changes within yourself, especially around the start of January. That may be what those big changes are, is some big changes in you yourself, that you've grown and evolved and totally changed from the person that you were at the start of 2023 to the start of 2024. It's like a different person altogether. But still seeing a strong focus for you on, looking after yourself and really focusing on, that self-growth and your inner wisdom and becoming wiser, learning new things about yourself. We also have the clover energy. So that's a really, positive energy. It is the luckiest card of the deck. So it does let us know that you've got a lot of good luck around you. But what I'm seeing it here with is the stars coming through with that. So it's kind of letting me know that, especially with that scythe being the overview, that this is the time for you to make big changes as well. All right, the start of January, you've got this good fortune. You can take a chance on what you wish for. Those things that you do truly wish and desire, and you wanting all your dreams to come true. You can take a chance on that. You can, take some risks to, reach for the stars at the start of January here. So for some of you, this is, you making a big change and, you kind of going, that's it. I want this wish to come true and I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to take a chance on getting this wish. I want this star. I want that star. I'm going to reach for the stars and pull it out of the sky. I kind of feel like that's what that is for some of you. You making this big change that, I want this in my life. I wish for this in my life. That's my true, fulfillment in this life is having that wish, come true. I'm going to, risk everything to get that star out of that sky and pull it down towards me. I've got a lot of hope and optimism that it's going to work out for me. And do you know what? I feel like it will, because you've got a lot of good fortune on your side. That's the luckiest card there with the wishes. So, you've got luck on your side that you can actually have these wishes come true for you here. With the middle of January, we do have the tree energy once again. So, we did see that in the start of January, the self-growth, self-care being a strong energy around you, especially too with that energy as well, that let me be still today and listen to the truth in silence. Your self-growth is very important to you this month. It's going to be paramount to be looking after yourself this month, Sagittarius, making sure that you are taking care of yourself, taking care of your own self-growth and personal evolvement. All right, your personal ascension. I do feel that for some of you, you may actually be going through a spiritual ascension at the moment as well. So we always learn a lot about ourselves during those times. So that's coming through as your overview for the middle of January. So we'll get a bit of clarity on that. Clarify the middle of January for our Sagittarius, please. Yeah, so we're seeing, I'm definitely seeing what the focus at the middle of the month, so even though we're looking at personal growth, in the middle of the month, it does sort of lean toward a different kind of angle. What I'm seeing, I've got the heart, followed by the dog, and then the ring. Okay, so we're looking at all the relationships in your life, and you have been focusing on your self growth, your self evolvement, and what we're seeing is that that self growth is leading you directly to look at the relationships you're involved in, the relationships to do with your heart energy, whether that be I do feel for a lot of you there is a strong platonic energy here, because of that dog energy there, but whether loved ones, regardless of it, friends, family, or actual romantic loved ones, we've got relationships in focus pretty strong here, because you're kind of like, I feel like you're kind of like, I've grown so much, is this relationship growing with me or not? Have I outgrown that relationship? Am I wanting to start a brand new cycle within the relationships in my life? And so you kind of, the middle of the month, the relationships you're involved with, platonically, love, whatever, they are really coming into focus for you. And you're kind of, I feel like for some of you, you may be with that scythe energy being so strong for you this month, that you may be sort of realizing that you've outgrown a few relationships, and others are growing with you, and are offering you more growth than others. The dog card is about friendship. It is loyalty, support, companionship, and understanding. So I feel like this is you really noticing who is loyal to you, who really does have this loving compassion towards you, who really has been understanding of this journey you've been on, and who maybe doesn't. All right, I feel like you're just experiencing that growth is now evolving into growth within your relationships as well. The way that you've grown so much and changed so much that not every single relationship can come along for the ride, and you're kind of realizing that, and really focusing on the relationships that have actually offered you this support and understanding, and loyalty with their love while you've been on this journey. All right. Then the end of January, we do have the Tower energy. Okay, so that once again, it's bringing me straight back to that. Let me be still today and listen to the truth in silence. The Tower really does talk about solitude. All right. It really does talk about taking some time to yourself, locking yourself up in the tower like Rapunzel, and waiting until you've thought everything through clearly before you sort of let down your hair and let anyone else come in. Putting up some walls around yourself for a little while to just be still and listen to your own heart, listen to your own thoughts, not listening to what everyone else is telling you about. You should do this, you should do that, you should be this, you should be that. Really taking some time to yourself, and finding out what it is that you yourself want to be and who yourself is. All right, but we'll get some clarity for that. Clarify the end of January for our Sagittarians, please. Yeah. Yeah, so we have the letter, which communicating, I feel like for a lot of you, this is communicating with yourself, communicating with your truth. You may be taking a lot of time to yourself, but you may find it's important to just communicate that to people around you, that, look, I just need a few days to myself to just be in a bit of solitude and work some things out. You may need to communicate that to somebody around you, but ultimately this is communicating with yourself, I feel here. We do have that house energy, so really communicating to yourself what is your what is within your personal bubble, what feels like home to you, what feels safe and secure for you in this life, within these relationships, within you yourself, what makes you feel safe and what makes you feel stable in life in general, in your emotions, what makes you feel that you are you've got this stable zone, you know, this safety bubble around yourself, what really makes you safe and secure within yourself. You know, for some of you, because we've got the Tower and the House there may be some important news in regard to a house. When it comes to this, for those of you, this is not going to be for everyone, okay, but there is someone out there that the end of January, it's not a house as in your house, because we've got the Tower changing that to, it's like more of like a building, like a public style building, like it's still somewhere that's a safety net, a safety zone for you. So it's bringing to mind like, you know, feeling safe at your public library and sitting down reading a book in safety at the library. It feels like for whoever this is about, there's a particular building that feels safe to you, for you to be still and find yourself. And you're getting some sort of communication about that building, and about that building, and its long term, like its future, its long term viability. Okay, so I don't know what that is about, but that's just for one person. All right, but we also have the Lily here as well. So, you know, you finding that safety net within yourself, with that, especially with emotional stability within yourself, that emotional connection to who you yourself are, you know, getting in touch with your emotions, getting in touch with the truth of your emotions, and then making this growth long term for yourself. That's why you're taking this, you know, taking this time in solitude. It's like an adjustment period, so that these changes that you've made, this growth that you've been going through, then becomes long-term changes and an actual evolvement, an actual ascension of you yourself, and becomes like permanent part of who you are, you know, because you're having that adjustment period where you're, you know, having that stillness where you can actually just sort of adjust to, this is my new way of thinking, this is who I am, this is how much I've grown and evolved, and this is what I want to, you know, move forward in the future with that energy. So it's really stabilizing for you, for long term. All right, so for some of you too, that can talk about mental stability long term as well, stabilizing. All right, so if you're like me and you do have, you know, neurodivergency, mental health issues, you know, depression, any of those sorts of things, it's looking like it's sort of stabilizing for long term, over here, or toward the end of January. Got a lot of stabilization there. All right, Sagittarius and romantic love for January 2024. Sagittarius and romantic love for January 2024. Wow, what a mix of energy. I've got two specific cards here that I have not been clarifying these love cards this month, like this week. I've not been clarifying them, but I am going to need to clarify this energy for you. The first one I've got, which doesn't really need clarification, we have memento. All right, so this says a gift from someone special. So there's somebody offering you something. I feel like for a lot of you, this is an actual gift. You've received something over Christmas, or your birthday period there, Sagittarius, that, you know, it's one of those things that it's going to be a memento that you're going to hold on to forever. That you're going to look back on this item, this time period, with a lot of fondness, over having that gift. And it's kind of like that. It's like that thing, even if it's something really inconsequential, like, like a little love letter, or a little note or something like that, you're going to hold on to this and cherish this particular gift for a long time. So look after it. All right. So that's sort of a separate thing, but I've got alternate messages here. So I'm just going to clarify those. Just clarity for that one there, please. Clarify that card for Sagittarius with romantic love. And clarify that one for Sagittarius with romantic love. Okay. So I am picking up on two different energies. That's exactly what's going on here. It's multiple energies around you, Sagittarius, when it comes to romantic love. So you've got multiple options on the table here. Regardless of whether you are already in a connection or not. The second one I'll show you will be probably more along the lines of if you're already in a connection. But for those of you, okay, one of the energies around you, we have the friend zoned card. All right, and it says a lack of passion in this companionship. So, and it's bringing to mind that when we were talking about the middle of January and the heart and the dog energy, and you kind of really looking at the relationships around you. So I feel like this may be one of the relationships you're looking at with your self-growth, and have I outgrown this? Because there may be a love connection around you where you're actually realizing that there's no passion, it's just companionship. It's not actually romantic love. I've kind of friend zoned this person because I don't actually have the passion for this to be a full romantic connection. So I feel like that's what's going on there. We also have that clarified by the fox energy too. So it's kind of showing us that that person, or you yourself, is just too independent, too focused on themselves for that connection. For some of you, that person is a player. All right, or they're playing games, and that's why you're not feeling any passion towards that person, because they're just sort of saying what they think that you want to hear, rather than the actual truth of the situation. But this other energy around you, Sagittarius, we do have the marriage card. All right, and that does say wedding bells are ringing. So if you are already in a connection, I feel like this is that connection that you're already in. For some of you there, marriage bells are ringing, wedding bells are ringing. So for some of you though, marriage doesn't necessarily have to mean you're actually going to get married. It can just be that marriage of two people coming together and deciding, look, we're going to give this a go. All right. We also have the fish coming through for that as well. So for some of you, it could actually be a business partnership, that you've got this perfect marriage of a partnership within this, a business connection. All right. It could just be talking about that as well, because the fish does talk about your abundance, your wealth, your finances. So for some of you though, that person, if that is a love, like a romantic love thing rather than a business thing, you may meet through business, or this person may be quite wealthy, or there's the potential to create a lot of abundance of love with this person as well. So definitely some interesting energy for you there. But that's what we have. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But hopefully I'll see you all again soon.